All right, so what's your name?
David.
David, before we begin, do I have your permission to film you?
Yeah.
All right. So, David, where are we at right now?
On Dundalk Avenue.
Where we at? Baltimore, Maryland?
Boston, Baltimore, Maryland.
So, as I was driving down the street, I ran into you, and I was just curious, basically, how did you get in this situation that you're in?
Basically, my home life wasn't the greatest, but it was, I'd say, above average for the neighborhood, because this is a low-grade neighborhood. And where I grew up on Baltimore and Patterson, other side of the port. But basically, now I got a drinking problem, which is because last January, I got hit by a car on the bus stop here. I don't recollect much of it, but I know I had a tube. I was in a coma for 11 days. I got steel right knee, right femur, right hip, and the whole right arm. So they had me on opiates, pain pills. Well, when this big stink come out about the pills, the young kids and whatever, so on, the doctor kind of cold turkeyed me quick on everything. Well, I couldn't handle the pain, so I started drinking pretty heavy. Well, as of now, I'm trying to get into a program for alcohol. Hopefully a 3-month or 6-month. It's 3 days. I go to Bayview twice. I've been there twice and stayed there 3 days, but 3 days is not good enough. But, you know, so basically, since last year, my life went backwards, downhill. I never even could imagine that I would be on the street or, you know, homeless. I mean, I just never imagined.
How long have you been out here?
Maybe 2 years.
2 years. Is there a lot of programs out here that you can?
No,
there isn't?
Only that one, the Wellness Center, on Hollywood and Dundalk Avenue, right here at the corner of Hollywood. And they're fixing to close that down. Up until then, they opened up 2 years ago. Was never nothing. There's still nothing out here for people in my situation. Their situation. There's no help. There's no help.
Yeah, I tend to drive up and down this street a lot, and
no help. There's no real.
I see a lot going on down here.
Yeah, it is. I mean, and there's a lot of drugs out here now. It wasn't when my brother bought 2 houses up here, but now he's done moved to Carolina Beach somewhere. It wasn't drugs back then, 40 years ago, but now it's flooded.
So any substance abuse or anything of that nature?
Just alcohol. I was on heroin for a while. That was 20 years. I ain't used it 20 years. Probably.
Congratulations.
Yeah, so. But yeah, that's how it all begun. Hanging on the corner with the ladies and partying with your friends and, you know, young kid stuff. And if I could do it all again, I would change a few of these things, but that I would have a home. I would have bought a home. Because, I mean, basically, I abused drugs. I could have bought 5 homes, you know, with the money I spent. And if I know what I know now, I would change them facts.
Jeez.
A place to have somewhere when you get old, like I'm in the 60s, and you have nothing, you can't, it's hard to, like, be strong, like, I mean, physical work and all that, you know, and then I got hit by this car, so it's hard to kind of make it, really.
What happened with that?
What, the car?
The car.
Oh, I just talked to my lawyer last week. Well, he said just call him every Monday because to find out if they're going to write the check or whatever they're going to do. So I've been doing this for, like I said, 2 years. But I finally gave me a sound good response that call me every Monday from here on out.
How's the pandemic affected you?
Oh man, it's crazy. I've had my family basically shun me because I'm on the street. Probably they think I'm in contact with a lot of people, which I'm not. It's like me, I'm alone. I've always been a loner. But the pandemic, they shied me away. Don't want me to touch the doorknob. So basically, right now, I'm not allowed in the house unless I talk to them through the window. Well, my mother's been living with my brother for a long time, and that's how I got to talk to her, which is kind of crazy, but you know.
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Westerns.
Westerns?
Yeah.
If anything was to change for you, would you get out of here?
Get out of where? Here?
Baltimore?
I was in Carolina for 24 years. And I came back here in 2005 because of my family's all up here. And as we speak right now, I just seen my baby's mother, which we ain't been together 15 years, 20 years. I seen her mother pull up to the light and said, "We're taking you back to Carolina tomorrow." They want me to get off the streets, you know. And I need to go, but I just told Mom, right now my mother's in the hospital. Blood clots on both the lungs and upper spleen. I just can't leave her like that. She's 91 years old. And if she goes, see, I don't expect her to be here much, a couple more months, maybe. But I don't know. I pray to God now.
Well, hopefully everything will look out for you.
Right.
If anybody was to reach out or anything, is there any way to contact you besides cell phones? Can't give out anything like that.
Just through the Wellness Center.
Wellness Center, where's that located at? Dundalk and
You
Halliburton.
see a big sign as soon as you make a left on Halliburton. On your right-hand side, you'll see a big red sign, red and white and blue.
Sounds good, brother. Well,
And
thank you.
there's a lot of homeless people.
Oh,
out
I
here.
bet. I bet. I
So
see
they
it
all
through this
hang out
area
up there.
everywhere.
You go in there, anybody can go in. You can walk in there, but you have to sign a book.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can't stay in there all the night and all that. They used to have it till 8 o'clock, and this pandemic come up, and it went all to hell.
Well, I'll tell you what, I hope everything works out for you, brother.
Yes, sir.
And I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.
All right, buddy. Thank you.